And welcome back to the channel. On this video, I want to talk about the 3 questions that I get asked the most about e-bikes. When folks see me with my bike, they have 3 questions for me. This is what I most commonly get anyway, and I get this quite a bit. So the one question is, how fast will the bike go? Especially when they see one like this. The one I'm riding right now is the Graffiti X. And because the way it looks fast, right? So that's a question I get asked, how fast will it go? And then the second question, these aren't necessarily in this order that I always get the questions, but the second one would be, how far? How far can you go on a charge? And of course, these answers are all dependent on things, right? I mean, it depends on the bike, it depends on the situation, the terrain, your weight, all of that. And then the third question is how much? So how fast, how far, and how much? Those are the 3 most common questions that you get asked, or that I get asked. And so all of them have variable answers. There's no real true one answer, right? There's a lot of factors that come into play. But I would say this. Most e-bikes are going to go between 20 or 15 miles per hour and 28 miles per hour. And then you get ones like the one I'm on right now, the Lyric Graffiti X. This is a more higher end bike. And this one definitely goes fast. I'm talking 80 kilometers, 50 miles per hour. That's with me on it. I can tell you that I have gotten it to that speed. I wasn't even out there to do a speed test flow, but I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, I guess, and just cranked it up. But it depends on the rider weight and your conditions you're riding under and all that. But yeah, this bike is capable of that. But most bikes, like I say, are more in the 15 to 28 miles per hour. And as far as range, here's the most common bike that I think you'll find out there. It's a 48 volt, 750 watt, and about a 15 amp hour battery. That's the most common. And so for cost, for something like that, you may get one as low as $1,000, but you can probably expect to pay more like $1,200, maybe a little more than that, closer to almost $1,500. And the average price right now of a good, decent bike is around $2,000, I would say. I wouldn't want to go lower than a 48 volt. I wouldn't want to like go to a 36 volt, and I would want to get as much battery as I could get, I suppose, too. Look at the leaves here, wow. But yeah, for first-time buyers, that's who's most times asking me these questions. You know, they're curious just like I was when I was looking into getting a bike. You know, I didn't even have anyone to ask questions because I didn't know anybody around or didn't see any electric bikes. So I had to do all my research online and watch YouTube videos and learn from that. But I would say first of all, set your budget. Know how much you are able to or willing to spend on a bike. And then I would go ahead and see what's out there. And it depends on what kind of a bike you want to, as far as style goes. What are you going to do with your bike? Is it going to be a commuter bike? Is it going to be off-roading? You know, like, what are you looking for? Is it a cargo bike? So there's all those factors. If it's just a commuter bike you're looking for, and you want to do some pedaling, because that's another thing. If you don't want to pedal, then you want to get one that's, I would say, that's got a little bit of oomph. I'd want to get the Class 3 anyway. But if you're going to pedal with it, I would say, yeah, I would say $1,500. You can get yourself a pretty nice bike, probably. I would probably try to go to 52 volt, but for first bike, 48 would be good. But 52 and a 1,000 watt motor and a 20 amp hour battery. If you can get that for in that $1,500 range, then yeah, I would go for something like that. Like, I'm just thinking right now, one I know that's on sale, for example. And there's lots of sales coming up because Black Friday is nearing. The one that comes off the top of my head right now would be the Kepler, which is Aerial Rider's bike. That's a 52 volt, 1,000 watt motor, 20 amp hour battery, if I remember correctly on all this. And that bike will get you a top speed of I believe 35 miles per hour, or close to it, 32 anyway. I think a little more than 32. I think it is 35 or so. And so if you're looking for that, that might be the bike for you, something like that. And you got to factor in what style you want to as far as frame. Do you want to step over or step through? Or maybe you like the style like this bike I'm on right now, the Moped Scrambler style. This is my favorite. And honestly, right now is the best time of year to buy a bike. I know it's the worst time probably to ride it because we're getting colder weather, moving toward winter. And depending on where you are, you're going to be very limited or not be able to take it out at all until the nicer weather. But as far as sales go, this is the time to buy them. In my time looking around over the years that I've been into the e-bikes, definitely now, between now and the end of the year, Thanksgiving time right through till New Year's. So you may not get to ride your bike right away, but the fact that you have it, like I just got this one recently, and I don't know how much I'm going to be able to ride it in the winter because I'm expecting to ride less this year. I'm setting up more to do some in-house, in-studio type setups with the green screen, so I don't have to be out there in the wet and cold as much, because in the past, you know, I've gone out every single day and done videos. So I'm going to try to cut down a little bit on my having to go out in the extremely cool and wet weather. Still going to do it, but just not as often. Going to mix it up a bit. But yeah, if you don't mind waiting till spring and know you have your bike, because you'll have it by then, ready to go, and you want to save the money, this is the time to do it. For example, if you were willing to spend $2,000 on a bike, and that's what you were budgeting for, you could probably get yourself that $2,000 bike for more like $1,500. So a definite savings right there.
What's your name?
My name's Karen.
Just wanted to get around those folks. I have a horn on this bike, but I didn't want to scare them because the horn is extremely loud. I'm going to get out here and then let you hear it. I didn't want to scare those folks. Hear that? It's pretty loud. And that would definitely startle them, and I don't want to do that. I will do a future video here coming up. I will look for some good deals and for Black Friday, and I will definitely talk about that in an upcoming video and let you know some of the deals that I find out there that look like good deals to me, the best or the better deals. I'll do a look around and see what I can find. Some of the bike companies already have deals out there, but some of them haven't yet, and I'm just waiting to see those slowpokes that haven't put theirs out yet, what they're going to do. Because just about everybody has some kind of a Black Friday deal. I don't know of any company that wouldn't, because you want to stay in competition, and that's why I think this time of year is the absolute best to wait and buy a bike if you can do it, if you don't mind waiting. I waited over 9 months to get this bike, but I knew I was going to have to wait. I didn't know it was going to be quite that long. It was a couple months longer than it was supposed to be, or 2.5 months or so, but so far it's been worth it. This bike is an absolute joy. This bike here, by the way, I didn't mention the price. This would be running you around $4,599, so it's not, it would not be your entry-level bike or anything by any means, so you may not be willing to fork out that kind of money. I do have a discount code of $150. I leave that in the descriptions, and you can check it out if you want. I'll leave a link for the bike and the discount code. And the discount code is Oregon E-Biker Mark. And you don't have to buy this bike. You can pick another bike from the Lyric Cycles website and save yourself $150. I do have also links in the description I will leave for other bikes. Some of them have discounts. A few of them may not. I think most of them have some kind of discount. I believe all of them probably do. So check those out. There might be something in there that you like, and you'll get an extra savings. Not only that, it does help the channel out as well, and I appreciate that. Definitely cool out here today. When I hopped on the bike, it said 49 degrees, so a little on the chilly side, but I'm equipped for it right now. I'm not going to be out here too long. But I just wanted to mention that about the 3 most common questions I get. Let me know in the comments whether you get asked similar questions. Are those the questions you get asked? Or maybe you are new to the e-bike world and have a question. You can go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Alright, well that's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, just hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to comment on this video or any others, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Again, thank you for joining me on this video, and until next time, keep your wheels on the road. See you later.